I was parking in a no parking zone, and the guy was a real dick about it. So
I can't hear you on stream.
I don't know what I'm doing. 109. Today 109. It's a PM.
Okay, so now it should be working. Let's see. Everybody say hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Everybody say hi.
For my thing.
Excellent. We have 2 successful tests.
Working. That's working.
Cool. We are live and ready to go.
I'm still waiting on my fucking fantasy rounds. It's a different way. Alright. Engine.
Alright, I will just need to check one other thing. Let me see here. Nope. So the DM was interrupted today, and I was not able to finish my last minute preparation, so I apologize. The message of the day was not updated.
Okay.
But you guys did meet your new player.
Make progress.
You delivered the package, and you were waiting for the next morning. Give me just a moment. Alright, so as you you got the handy haversack, correct? Is it in your inventory? Talgan?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I said you got the handy haversack. Is it in your inventory?
I don't know. I haven't looked through my inventory.
Showing up there.
I don't see it. I don't think we did that scene, so.
What's wrong?
Talgan's handy haversack. Let's see if you just missed it or if it's not there. And while we're there, we'll check the Party sheet.
Save, share, whatever. Why does this say settings? Cancel. What update? If I were starting from the beginning.
Nope, you don't appear to have it. So let's do this.
BMP, the BMP. The BMP.
Alright, so it is on your party sheet. I mean, on your inventory. In your inventory.
Neat.
On your inventory page, however you want to say it. There we go. Well. Alright, was there a reason that you wanted to play that scene out? Was there something else you wanted to talk to him about? Or
Oh, no. I was just like, I don't remember getting it. I was just like, I don't remember supposed, I didn't think I was supposed to have it yet, so. That was the reason I said that.
Gotcha. Alright, so you guys come back and I'm gonna grab Tricks.
Are the things that I have to do if I'm going to reinstall Fantasy Grounds on my computer? The things that have to be done.
No, you just go to the website, download the demo version, and then when you get to the point, you would just use your login information. And then let me know once you've logged on to the table. And I will have to. Usually I had to release your character. But other than that. And if you have anything you purchased, it will show up on the new one. When you log in with the username and
Bottle
password.
of Fuck It All. Proud sponsor of Fuck It All.
Dice. Alright, so as you guys are getting ready, we double check the calendar. Make sure the date is correct. I believe you were doing it the night before. So you delivered it on the night of the 23rd. Yes, on night the morning of the 24th, or the day of the 24th is when it was supposed to be ready. Cryovane stuffed head. And you were still staying at the Yawning Portal, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, so when you're done delivering the package, you go back to the Yawning Portal. And mention to Luthien when the caravan was going to be leaving. And the time and the place to meet. It was going to be leaving on as soon as everything was finished and finalized, so usually by the second bell, which is equates to about a couple hours before noon. As you guys wake up and start getting all your stuff packed and ready to go, when you open the door to your room in the yawning portal. So you guys are getting ready to leave. Talking, go ahead and give me a perception check. Reno, do you have any physical dice handy?
I can get some.
If you would, please. That way you can still roll while we wait for your fantasy grounds to catch up.
Just take the seats on, yeah. Just a regular dice or something else? I'll be right back. Stay.
Doesn't the traditional set of 7 with 20-sided 12, 4,
Oh,
6,
Good
8.
luck with that. Yeah, good luck with that. We'll see.
So if you don't have it, that's fine. I can just roll for you.
Yeah.
I think I'll do a little rusted metal for tricks. There we go. Alright, so talking to you've got a bunch of stuff in your arms as you're turning around, closing the door behind you, and you hear the crunch. And you have stepped on something that was placed just outside the door to your room. And I'm going to go ahead and roll for Jackson while he's indisposed. Where is he? Let's see. Combat tracker. That's not combat tracker. There we go. Jackson.
Well, they're not easily found.
Okay. Alright, so Jackson, as well as you're stepping out of your room, you kick something across the hall. It slams against the other wall. And both of you see a dead rose single dead rose was placed just outside your door.
Lovely.
Well, if it wasn't dead before, it's definitely dead after I stepped on it.
Yeah. Isn't
This
the
thing's
campaign called
flat now.
Spencer 77 Late Night? Or is it a different one?
That is
Campaign.
correct. That is the right one. Should be able to find me, Spencer 77, and then should be good to go.
I'm looking at the other computer here. So coming up, she's unable to check lobby server for available cloud servers.
Did you update?
All right. You take pretty decent notes to save me the trouble. I am trying to find Olnor or the Knoll's name. Actually, it's in this picture. I should be able to find it there.
Olthak, I think.
Olfax. The Garfax.
Yeah, it's Olthak.
Alright, so it is the day of the 24th. So, as you... What does what do?
Apparently, if you hold Control Shift, there's another, way, to type in. Because there's typically like the act out of character and then just the normal chat. But if you could hold Control Shift, it turns into emote.
Okay.
Emote something.
I don't see the difference between that and action. So. Right now, there may not be a difference.
There's like a colon between the action. You see the difference between those two messages?
Okay, cool.
Neat. Sorry, I just like I was messing around holding down different combinations and I was like, huh, what's that?
So you guys doing anything? You're talking to each other? Are you doing anything as far as the rose is concerned?
Yeah, we should probably discuss it.
Probably pick it up, see if actually do I know? I know a few things about plants. Can I like try to determine like maybe what kind of rose it is, if that has like some sort of importance?
Go ahead and give me a nature check.
Could I do that with herbalism?
Yes.
Let me uncover my dice tower real quick.
Alright, so you notice that these are thornless. They all appear to be from the same type. They're all the same type they appear to be. Looks like they were prepared. In other words, they didn't just die on the bush. They were hung and dried properly, like you would if you were an herbalist or an alchemist. Otherwise, if they were out in the wild, for example, the petals would have just fallen off.
Yeah.
And because there are no thorns, you know that these are, I don't know the proper horticultural term, but they're domesticated. They're not natural grown in the wild. They have been modified to grow without thorns.
Huh, neat.
And they appear to all have been the same color. You're not sure. Probably red, maybe a darker color than that, but definitely not a white or yellow or a lighter color. It was definitely a dark color, at least red, if not darker.
Neat.
18. System access point.
Has everybody in the party woken up to these roses, including the people that are not here?
There was one in front of Jackson's, Scrambles, and Taugen's door.
So that was all of us, or who was anybody not given a rose?
Probably Azalea. Or not Azalea. Wrong person. Same person, different character.
Cree
Luthien.
did not get one.
Luthien.
He's a ornery sucker, isn't he?
Danny did not get one.
What? Nobody gave Danny a rose? That's rude.
So,
although I have a bad feeling about these roses. I feel like they might be like connected to like the vampires or something.
Yeah, they are dead, and they do represent blood and heart. So, good thinking. Here we go.
Alright, so you traipse downstairs and check out. Scrambles gets Danny.
Are we taking them with us? Or are we leaving them behind?
We're obviously taking Danny with us.
Yes.
No, I
Wrong with
meant the
you?
roses. The roses. Good God.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what is wrong with you? I
Okay.
think Toggin would want to keep them.
Okay, I'll give mine to you then.
Okay, so they're dried, brittle, dead roses. How are you going to keep them?
Throw them in the handy hammers.
Okay. So you can add 3. And then if put 3 dead roses in your inventory. If Scrambles really wants his, then he can keep his.
What was the What was the thing with the haversack? What was it? What was special about that again?
It's like a bag of holding, but slightly worse. But you do have 3 different pockets. You like can't hold quite as much, but like
Right.
you can like separate stuff out. It's
Oh,
the
cool.
it's the backpack that I just got.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's what I was trying to remind me of what it was about. Is this trying to connect? Is it connecting? Can you tell? Can you see?
No.
Can you see? All right, just close it off.
So this is what the handy haversack looks like. If you have the stream open, you can see it. And the
It's cute. It's fancy. Is that a...
bag of holding looks like a purse.
Well, if you're in the Renaissance, then yeah. Renaissance. It's a leather sack.
All right, so you have about an hour, give or take. So if you wanted to do one thing, or purchase anything, or do anything before the wagons leave, now would be the time to do it.
Okay. Check out our supplies.
Everything is taken care of for the trip, as far as food and water is concerned.
Okay,
The
cool.
caravan supplies that. But if you want anything else for yourselves, or anything besides what the 3 meals they provide,
Right, right.
For posterity, I'm just gonna say that Toggin goes shopping and gets like some extra herbs and stuff for his potions, so that he's stocked up for that.
Cool.
all right. So give me a 4, 6, and 12 cider.
Give it 3 dice.
And then a percentile. So it costs you 2 gold, 8 silver, and 52 copper.
There's no R's in
All right. So after you also you had plenty of time throughout the last week. You probably would have been doing that as well. So you
stacking up on things.
right talking to what have been. There's virtually nothing to find within the city. There are a couple mosses here and there, but everything else is either
Everything
controlled
else
by the city
Finding. Yeah.
or in pots and landscaping and stuff. And there's not very much of that, especially in the dock district where you all are.
Okay.
But there are plenty of alchemists and herbalists where you can grab that information and get the things you want. Alright, and so as you leave, let me go here. You see there are lots of wagons prepared. You see there are several guards on horseback. A couple of people who seem to be sitting on the wagons armed with bows. You think there's a wizard as well. Looks
So I have a really important question.
okay.
Did my horse come with me? Or are we considering that just void? Because I did have a horse at one point. I bought it, I
You had a
think.
horse?
I had Firefoot. Here's my horse.
I believe it was a riding horse, correct? Not a war horse?
Not a war horse. It was definitely a riding.
Okay.
I don't remember how I got one, but I bought one.
So that's up to you if you want to. You are getting. You have been on. Hold on. I think you just joined. No, there it is. I just took forever to load that. So you've been on Rinden, and he's getting more and more used to
Riding.
doing what you're saying. Are you going to? You are in Baldur's Gate. Waterdeep, where they have barding. Did you want to get barding for him? And
What is barding?
armor,
Animal armor.
Oh.
like a
I
knight's
thought.
horse, the horses that knights have,
Oh, okay.
that type of thing. And you can get barding for any style of armor that exists for humans. It just costs. It's a different cost, and then the animal has to get used to it.
So I think Rundring had armor. I thought I made him some at some point. And then my horse, it was probably more for riding. I wouldn't plan him necessarily being in a battle. I don't think I ever bought them armor. I wouldn't really see a need for armor for him right now. But I thought Rundring had. At least I thought there was some in his inventory.
Yes, he does have a breastplate. Okay, so let me make sure that is equipped on him. It is, okay. I didn't realize they had such crappy armor class. Alright, so he has barding then. We will just need to remember that he has
Are you
barding.
spelling it the same way as if you were spelling bard?
Yes, Barding. It's the same thing, like I said, a traditional knight. You know, where you have the horses with the metal plates
Right.
on their noses and all around them and stuff. That's barding, and there's in D&D, there's barding for most mounts, from lizards to spiders to dragons, horses.
And if not, you could find a good artisan and they'll probably make something.
Custom!
So yes, if you want, like I said, if you want to transition to riding Rinden, you can. You are pretty much at that point. There's going to be minuses for him if you are on him right now, and there might be the rare instance, depending on the situation, where he may not do what you ask him to do, but for the most part, he is. Unless there's a weird circumstance, he will let you ride him.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he is not
Okay.
used to you riding him for long periods of time, so he will tire if you ride him for like 8 hours a day.
Which, she, I'd like to say she'd probably be riding Rinjin, but she probably still want her horse just for load bearing and things like that. But also, I'm personally even emotionally attached to my animals, but I don't think she would necessarily just get rid of a horse either. Who is it? Like K3 who had a better mount but still rode their horse? No, it was Genesis, wasn't it?
Jen never got another mount, okay?
Yeah, that's it. Okay,
She's
I was
never
like, I know
tried for another
Jane,
mount. Nope.
Look,
but
man.
I think for training's sake, for getting ready's sake, she would probably ride Rinjin for a while, but she would definitely still keep a horse around, whether it's with another enclave that she trusts or whatever. Um, I don't see her getting rid of her horse necessarily. Um, okay.
All right, so then, what is your decision as far as the horse? Is it with you now, or is it with your circle?
Stable.
I would say with me now.
Okay.
If they, I don't know what kind of cart it is, but if they need a horse to pull the cart,
They're
I would
wagons,
assume.
and they do not need you to do that.
Okay.
You do see that 2 of them do not have horses.
2 of the people. Okay.
2 of the wagons.
Oh, okay.
One of them seems to be. It makes a lot of noise and spews some sort of steam and smoke as it trundles down the road. And another one is just sort of. It's attached to one of the other wagons, but does not have wheels and just floats and is pulled along behind it.
Okay.
Man,
And you said Firefoot?
Firefoot. Yep.
Okay. So this must be when she was level 1, when she didn't realize horses have hooves and not feet.
It's also nerdy,
man.
but at the moment I don't remember whose horse was Firefoot. I'm pretty sure it was Theoden's horse, and that's why it's Fire. All of the names in this campaign and with this character were 100% my full nerd capacity. If anybody in chat knows who any of those names are from, then congratulations, you're my best friend.
Sven said that, except he's the one that named my horse because I asked the horse what its name was, and he said Steelfoot, so.
Oh.
Horses don't know any different. Humans are the ones who change it to hoof.
Yeah, really.
It behooves them to do so.
Nice.
I would like to pop in for a second and say, before Toggin started putting his stuff in, he turned the handy haversack inside out. All 3 pockets. Did anything come from them?
Nothing?
Yes.
Ooh!
That's what you were telling us.
I always forget that that's a thing that you're supposed to do with, like, bags of holding and stuff. I'm like, wait a second.
Trying
Shake
it
them
inside out?
Yeah, you turn it inside out because you can't take something out if you don't know that it's in there. But if you turn the bag inside out, then everything that's in there comes out.
I would
Alright,
do
so
that
you
with
got-
my
you
pouch
put it all
holding,
back
but
in
there's way too much crap in there.
All right, give me a 6-sider. All right, so one of the side pouches has 2 very dead rats. One of them
Oh.
is missing one of the legs. It looks like it was bitten off.
By the other rats.
Now his buddy had a snack.
Okay then.
And the
We got dinner.
there it is.
Yeah, you have fun with that. Maybe a little
sure-
treat for Rendon.
I'm sure roasted rat is not the worst possible thing you could eat.
Yeah, except we're not currently like we are paying somebody to let us join their caravan, so they're providing food. So we just show up to their nice dinner with roasted rat.
Yum, it's a delicacy. It's my favorite. Why are gas prices so high?
Because
So
yeah,
this other small pocket has 13 silver. They're all covered in something. Give me a... I would say this is sort of herbalism. So give me an herbalism check.
hey,
Can I help
sort of
her?
herbalism is my favorite kind of herbalism.
Can I help her? I don't remember how helping works in this one.
It would give her
That's what
advantage.
happens.
So go ahead and roll again.
Been so long.
Hey,
Nothing-
advantage.
Okay. So you realize that these are shaved diamond flecks.
Oh.
And it
Is it worth something?
looks to be there was probably a teaspoon of them. So somebody took probably a single diamond and had some diamond flecks, and they just got stuck to these silver pieces.
Neat.
Well, hey, diamond is diamond. You could save it somewhere. I would say you could save it. I don't know how it works. You know.
And the large pouch has a
That's a great.
has a cast iron chandelier.
Cast iron chandelier.
I just falls on his foot or something. Hagen just like flipping the bag and shaking it, and then the chandelier just like.
Well, it's very
Like, you know, the
bulky
one
and
with the
it's hard to
pointy
get
end, like,
out.
full
He
on
has to
pierces
sort
it
of
even.
finagle it and wiggle it and get all the pieces out. But yes, he's able to eventually get it out. It would hold 5 candles.
I say we sell that.
No. We take it. We take it back to the house and put the cast iron chandelier with, because it has like the 5 arms forged to depict writhing dragon heads. We put that in the same room as our dragon head, guys.
There you go.
Oh, I forgot you guys have a house.
That's right.
We have a house. We're not murder hobos. Well,
Congrats.
it's technically not Toggen's house, so he is
The
still a
two are
murder
not
hobo.
mutually
But like,
exclusive.
True.
well, then we're just murderers, not hobos.
It is worth 200 gold.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. I guess I'm gonna put that back in.
It also has the metal rod that comes with it.
Jeez.
Okay, so it takes
I'll
you
be honest.
takes you a couple minutes, but you're able to figure out how to sort of slowly work it down,
Yeah.
and then get second arm in, and then eventually able to put it all in.
All I can think of is Mary Poppins, where she takes like that
Exactly.
full freaking lamp out of her bag,
Yep.
her carpet bag.
Exactly.
Obviously.
Alright, people, move.
All right. So Firefoot is in your inventory now,
There
or
you
your
go.
cohorts page.
Sick.
All right. So Luthien, is there anything you wanted to purchase before you leave the major town?
Oh, no, not off the top of my head, so probably.
Okay. Keep in mind, if you ever wanted to, you could upgrade Rindon's armor.
Actually, at some point, my bow is just a standard longbow, and I don't use it like ever, mostly because it's just a standard longbow. And at some point, I would like to see what I can do to make it better. But if you don't have that on hand, don't worry about it.
So there are plenty of things you can buy if you were just staying in Waterdeep. Then you could get it enchanted, but because you're leaving,
Okay,
you can purchase
no worries.
one. There are things like a vicious longbow, longbow of warning, longbow of certain death, a corpse slayer longbow, or just a regular old composite longbow, which is just better than the traditional longbow.
Okay.
It has a range, instead of a range of 120 and 600, it has a range of 180 and 720. Because it's a composite
Okay.
longbow.
I'll look at them because I kind of got an idea of what some of them do, but I probably want to be specific on what I get. So I'll look and see what I can find. If you're okay with me doing that next week. So.
All right, so I'm just checking. So there's really only 4. The vicious longbow does an extra 7 points of damage if you get a critical. The corpse slayer does more damage if you hit undead. The longbow of certain death means that the person can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn, which is Tolkien's favorite thing. Except it doesn't have to be.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
It doesn't have to be undead. This can be for anything.
Okay.
And the last one is the longbow of warning, which just means you can't be surprised. And anybody within 30 feet of you cannot be surprised as long as you are, unless you're incapacitated.
Okay.
So, including if you're asleep, it will wake you up, and anybody within 30 feet of you if something bad is about to happen. So those are the 4 things.
What was that called?
That is a weapon of warning. So in this case, it's a longbow of warning. But any weapon can be made a weapon of warning.
Oh, okay. So like having a watch with you on your rubber.
If it was motion detecting watch, yes.
And then the composite longbow. Could you buy a composite longbow and get it enchanted with the vicious longbow enchantment? Or I don't know what that enchantment is, but that.
Yes, but it would take time.
Okay.
So when you get back to Nashkill,
Yeah, I should.
you
Be.
can
I'll
do that.
probably be.
But otherwise, like I said, it doesn't do any more damage. And a regular bow is 150, 600. The composite is
Mhm.
180, 720. So not a
Okay,
whole
so the
lot of
composite
difference.
doesn't do more damage. Okay.
No, it doesn't do any more damage. It just looks cooler and shoots a little bit farther. I mean, when you're dealing with the difference between 600 feet and 720 feet, doesn't come. I'll tell you, won't come into play a whole lot,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it
I was gonna say,
might.
I don't think
You
so.
never know. You also, just because it can shoot 720 feet doesn't mean you can see 720 feet. You know, if
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
trees or hills or
yeah.
anything.
Rarely can you actually see that far. Yeah, the vicious, or is it the vicious bow of that one would probably be the one I'd be most interested in. But
Okay.
she'd more likely want to get enchanted, so I'll probably just wait until we get to Nashville.
So the vicious bow
Wherever.
does extra damage if you crit. 7 extra damage if you crit. Is that the one you're talking about?
Is that the one that? Is that the one that also prevents hit point regen? Or am
That's
I
the
thinking of
bow
it?
of certain death.
Oh, okay, that's the one I want. The bonus.
Okay. So
I think the
that's
mission. I think the mission's bow just stuck in my head because it sounds weird. And then I I don't have any tools or anything in my inventory, but I would think probably
what?
during downtime she would want to be working on um carvings and things like that. I can't.
Oof. All right. So I did that wrong. I did it backwards. That's why it's so expensive. Still pretty expensive. All right. So yours is worth. It's going to cost you 3,528 gold. Did you want to try to haggle them down?
Uh, I go them down, but also will I be able? Because I also want to use. I should have one more of the sculptures, the ivory sculptures that I do.
Right. How
Probably
you
down
pay for it will be
and
up to
tackle
you,
with
and you
it.
can deal with that when you get here.
Kind of.
But just how much you have to pay. All right. So let's have. Let's see. All right. So Jackson, give me. Oh, you're not
Sorry,
on yet.
didn't mean to do that.
I'm. Give me.
Luthien,
Let
I mean,
me roll something. I'll try
Toggin,
this.
go give me 20 cider.
My 20 star is 15.
Okay. All right, so Luthien, your best charisma stat is persuasion. Nice, and you rolled a 23.
Oh yeah.
All right, and Mantha, do you have access to a calculator?
If you give me 2 seconds, I will.
I need 3528 times
Times.
8%. Should be about 300.
282.24.
Okay, subtract 282 from 3528.
Nothing coming up for the fantasy grounds.
Uh, 3, 2, 4, 6.
Alright, so you saved almost 300 gold
Awesome.
by showing a little cleavage. And
You
meanwhile, behind you, Rendon's growling.
know, I've always said I were not a straight person, I'd go gay for Luthien. You see her picture? She's freaking hot.
Yeah, so it's your choice when you get back. When you get here, you can, you have plenty of money. You can just pay for it outright, or you can get rid of some of your crap that you're carrying to
Okay.
to offset the cost. But let me go ahead and add it to you.
Perfect.
Ooh, I closed it. What did I do with it?
It
Here it is.
went somewhere.
Get
Into
rid
the
of your
beyond.
old Acme longbow. Alright, anything else before we head out?
No, just the bow was the only thing I was thinking about last week.
Think we're good.
I think we're pretty good.
Longbow, certain death, Eston, follow, feather, staff of withering.
That staff is cool. I'm not getting rid of that staff.
Or at least use it. Just
I
saying.
have used it, just not this
Alright,
last
let's
round.
see. This is. I want certain weapon of certain death. Coding. Click. Under item. Click. There we go. Alright, so it's also coded in your actions page.
Perfect.
So yes, this is the city where anything can be found. Did you guys have any idea for any kind of magic items or anything special you wanted to do?
It sucks. We went out to try to get something of mending, and then we got the needle of mend, and then and then Zorkel quit. So maybe a wand of mending.
I don't know how mending works, but I do have the spell. I think.
Oh, neat. Never mind. We don't need it.
I'm 90% sure that I have mending. I'm sure I looked at it. That's one of
Yes,
the
you
ones
have mending and produce
Mending
flame.
is a handy
Oh, yeah.
cantrip.
Those are the two.
Um,
you
Yeah, I
have.
know. Yeah,
Which
produce flame. I just wanted one that
Mending.
had light because the number of times that people would go into places and not be able to see, that always annoyed me. And I was like, we need some spell that produces light because I find it annoying when I can't see anything that's happening.
And you have
So,
disadvantage when you're only using dark vision. So,
yeah.
and I'm probably gonna start coding that as
Okay.
well because I let
I
it
thought you already did
go
that.
away too much. Let you guys get away with it too much. Anyway,
I didn't know.
Well,
Well,
you
you
don't let
guys
me get away with it because I can't see at all.
yes. Well,
Well,
and
you
you
didn't.
could. You could buy goggles of night or contacts of dark vision.
Actually,
Oh.
sure. If we're in Waterdeep, let's look and see. I think Scrambles has them, and he says they're super neat. So Tuggin's gonna be like, what would it take to get me some? So sure, he'll look for those.
Need some fancy goggles. My image of Toggin with night vision goggles is like combine the picture of Toggin with like every single kid who wears goggles where it like zooms in their eyeballs so much. Oh.
And if he can't find something that gives him dark vision, at least something that produces light that's better than the light cantrip. That produces light that's better than 20 feet, which is what light does, that he doesn't have to carry.
I don't
Because
remember
I've
how
got
far my
lanterns now, but
I don't remember how far my flame brat shines. I think it's only like 10 feet or something like that. 15.
Yeah, the,
like don't get me wrong, like in real world terms, like 20 feet of light is not.
It's really far. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But when
pretty
you're working
far.
in 5 by
But
5 squares,
when a
not so
person takes up
much.
5 feet, and that's
Hmm.
a person size, it's not
Hmm.
very far.
No, not at
It is
all.
4 people, and then you can't see anymore.
all right, so
Oh,
it's relatively inexpensive. You can get a drift globe. This is what it does. It does, what? I mean unknown. There we go. Cast light all the time, and it just is always on. Stays within 60 feet of you. You can also tie like a string to it to keep it closer than 60 feet if you want. But it also
hold
does,
it like a balloon.
correct. But you can also cast daylight from it once a day. So that's relatively cheap.
I have to get like a blackout blanket or something or wrap it in when we don't want it to be shining like a globe.
We can just
What?
turn it off.
Does it turn off?
Oh, fuck me.
You can
I
get a
thought it
ring of
shines all
X-ray
the
vision.
time.
There you go.
What does that do?
Let's just see you put women's underwear.
Oh, gross! Don't want
It
that.
looks
Uh.
creepy, but
Oh, gross! Joe, you can't see this, but it's a ring, and it's basically just got an eyeball on it.
surrounded by diamonds.
Lovely.
No, you know what? I'm gonna send you a picture of this. Hold up.
Do it. Yeah, do it. I'm almost. Oh my gosh. This drive is. You think 80 people lived at my parents' house right now? Good grief. Anyways.
So you can use it multiple times, but after the first time, if you fail a Constitution saving throw, you gain a level of exhaustion
Oh,
Mm.
exhaustion sucks.
after the first time of using it.
I.
But it does last for 1 minute, and it allows you to see within 30 feet. Solid objects are transparent and don't prevent light from passing through them. The vision can penetrate 1 foot of stone, an inch of metal, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
That's probably the prettiest
Wow.
eyeball I've ever seen.
Anyway,
Ugh.
so it has nothing to do with light or not, and it only lasts a minute. But it's cool. It's a little bit more expensive than a drift globe. There it is. I don't know why it took me so long to find a thing. Let's see. Cool. There's a nightlight vial, which is something you could make eventually. What determines what you can make in your potions, by the way?
I think it's just all within the class. Let me look. My level, I think, determines what I can make.
Alright, so I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to share it to chat, and I'm also going to give it to you. You can make these now if you want to. If you ever have a need or desire to. There you go.
What is it?
We will say you are able to pick up the necessary vial while you're here in Waterdeep. That was one of the things you paid for. Because most of your stuff is ceramic. It is a nightlight vial. You want to tell them what it does?
Here's Johnny.
Still reading it. The substance is activated by shaking it vigorously as an action or bonus action. Thereafter, the substance emits light for a period of 1 round, then goes out for a round, then emits light for a round, continuing this strobing pattern until it has emitted 1d6 plus 2 total rounds of light. The interval of light and darkness switches at the start of your turn each round. When lit, the nightlight produces bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. Nightlight is made from a tall, tubular, bioluminescent mushroom of the same name that grows in the Underdark. A living nightlight emits bright light in a 15-foot radius, and blah, blah. And that's talking about the plant nightlight and not the
Correct.
actual, not the vial. That's neat.
I just closed up my page.
Okay. Wait a second. What was that? What was that again? That's crazy. Okay.
Oh, dang, I finally got up the right tab and I can't make, like, a different kind of potion, like, until level 11 is when I get my next one.
Well, you just got one. So.
Wow.
Hi, baby.
All right. So,
Okay.
goggles of night are fairly inexpensive. They look silly, but if you wish, you can pay a little bit more to have them look a little different.
Like Terminator.
But that is what they look like. No, they look like owls, and including a little beak that covers the nose. So, if you're interested in Violet Goggles of Night, they have it for
This one.
$430 gold.
Wow, that's expensive.
So, and but it never turns off. It gives you dark vision forever, up to
Oh, I know,
60
it's
feet.
wonderful.
The
It's a
goggles
wonderful
of
thing.
night
Yes,
for 400 and what? That's
30.
uh, that's
Well,
not
so
bad
much.
in my opinion.
So, did you want to talk to him and see if we can get it lower?
Yeah. Do something racist. Chew him down.
Oh, do not do something racist.
Just keep in mind you can make it go up if you fail terribly.
Well, I am
You're fine.
fairly charismatic.
There you go.
Can I try to can I try to convince him to do both the drift globe and the goggles of night as like a package deal and try to take that as my like main thing that I'm trying to haggle?
Okay. You can do
Like,
that.
hey, well, if I'm getting both of these, it's such a, you know, um I am proficient in persuasion. So that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Alright, so it's
Oh,
normally
wait.
645 gold for both. He has a couple of different drift globes floating around his shop. Nice. Okay. do the math.
For those of you who think it might be out of character, Toggin has a +7 persuasion.
Yikes.
Hey man, charisma is his spellcasting modifier, so he is a man of few words, but he chooses good ones.
So it was 645, and after haggling, you are able to bring it down to 590 for both.
Nice.
Took off a good 50 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's expensive stuff.
So that's 590. Let me
Yes.
bring my own calculator out to see.
If you need some more gold, whatever, I can put you on one of my back-breaking payment plans.
Oh no, I've got enough gold.
How much gold was mine worth again? Or how much did I have to pay?
So you had to pay 3246. I will type it in here. If you're
And that was gold pieces. I
Yes.
forget the silver to gold to like
you
all
got
the
a lot of money.
conversion.
You're wealthy.
It's multiples of 10 except for copper. So it's 10 platinum. I'm sorry. 1 platinum is worth 10 gold. And 10 silver is worth 1 gold.
Okay. Gold, main thing, and silver.
So 10 platinum equals 1 gold.
No. 10 silver equals 1 gold. 1 platinum is equal to 10 gold.
Okay, all right. I see. Platinum is more expensive. Okay.
Yes. Electrum is the only weird one.
Electrum.
Okay.
Electrum is a 50-cent piece, so it's 2 gold, 2 electrums for 1 gold.
Okay.
Alright, where is Taugen?
Come on.
It is. Maybe. Open. There it is.
This thing now?
Okay, so I have technically 990 gold pieces.
How come you guys are so wealthy?
How come you're so poor?
I'm a barbarian out doing adventuring.
Look,
And
man,
my
I've been on the
all my money's in
adventuring
my
with
house.
you.
Trying to build up that smithy going.
Yep.
Bruh, somebody needs to take Toggin to a bank.
Okay, you have way more gold than any of them.
I know.
Jackson
Somebody needs to
has
take Toggin to a bank so that he can stop carrying so much stealable gold with him.
Jackson. I'm talking about.
Oh, Jackson.
Yeah, what about it? My inventory.
You have 11,000 gold just in platinum.
Oh my gosh!
No, where are you seeing that? I
On the
saw
very
numbers
bottom
and
of your page, you have
main
1,136 platinum.
On the bottom of the main page.
Your inventory.
Where'd the computer go from downstairs?
In your room, I thought.
Oh man, here. Okay, yeah, I wasn't seeing those numbers, so still, I've been adventuring for how long now? And they just came in with their own stuff.
That's in the.
Man, I've been adventuring with you guys for a while now. Not like very long in game time, but like.
Did what downstairs?
Yeah, but
He moved the
3 of us were doing it originally for some time.
stuff, and then
I don't know what to tell you.
All John did was move the table.
I wasn't looking at the right numbers. Whatever numbers I was looking at were the wrong ones.
What's wrong?
Well, he moved.
Yeah, because I have 1,100 platinum pieces, which is a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot.
In terms of this time of time, it's time of time.
So 10 silver pieces equal a gold piece. 10 gold pieces equal a platinum. Okay. I am not mathing the math today very well, so we'll see how I get here.
They have fingers for it, right? Fingers and toes. Fingers and toes. I just did it again, didn't I?
Rising ears and mountain tops, and surely season time.
Okay, I think
Now can we
I'm
shoot you?
Can we
I
what?
think I'm doing the
I said,
math
now can
wrong
we
here.
shoot you?
Hey man,
Horrible
nobody
song.
interrupted me, so
Sing a horrible song in our minds now.
look man, it was your words that made me think of that song. So
Sad. All right. Let's see something.
I hate you that math right. What are you wrong here? I think Sven is overestimating how much gold I have.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, one
One.
second,
Oh, yeah?
guys.
Or I'm mathing so horribly.
I don't know. I can't check because you're not on the party sheet.
Who, me? Oh,
No,
her.
man.
Luthien. If you want to take a picture, I can look at it.
Way ahead of you,
Ooh,
man.
those are fun dice.
And then I have a statue that's worth $250. Thanks for being my math person. Numbers? I don't understand.
All right, sorry, guys. Um. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you have that much gold, babe.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
overestimating. I was talking to Jackson has 1,100
Oh,
platinum.
I think she's
Yeah.
talking about the 3246.
Yeah, I don't think I have that much.
You have 900 platinum. I mean, 99 platinum, which is
99 platinum.
1,000 gold, plus 1,300 regular gold, plus 250 in silver.
But that's,
That-
yeah. Wait.
So you would need to.
I'll put you on one of my back-breaking payment plans, and you have as much as you want.
You said you had other stuff you could sell. You could also get rid.
Just close my fucking back.
Some of those. You can also get rid of some of the scrolls. By the way, one of them is not ID'd. Let me ID it for you. Scroll of Greater Restoration. There you go. Protection from friends. It's actually protection from fiends, but same thing.
Protection from friends, yeah.
Where
All
is
my
my
friends
box?
are fiends.
I completely forgot about these scrolls. They've been sitting
And
in
an
this map
electrum
box.
is 5 gold, right?
I'm sorry. What's 5 gold?
An electrum?
No. 2 electrum is 1 gold, so it's half a gold.
Okay. It's half gold. Got it.
Yep, that's the only
What?
weird one. It doesn't make any sense.
Why?
I'm like,
Why?
something is the halfway point between something.
So I have this Griffin grease jar. I have no clue. I have not touched this. This has been in my inventory since day one.
Genesis had some too.
Yeah, did you ever find out what it was? Dragon something? Maybe?
The
It's
what?
Griffin
Corn.
grease.
Griffin?
Yes.
Griffin.
Yeah.
How much is Griffin grease worth?
Very little. It's used for
It's mostly for like
greasing
keeping-
things. It's
yeah.
it's like an industrial like a
Weird.
thing you would use in a car. So it's used to keep metal or wood from
Gotcha.
rubbing against each other. So you can use it for any. It is not for typically used on a person. You don't necessarily want it on your skin, like you do for same thing with car grease. But dwarves will use it. Any kind of artificer or gnomes love it. You can use it for greasing. If you're gonna enter into a room and you want to be really quiet, you can grease the hinges on the door,
Oh my gosh.
so it will be quieter when you open it.
Exactly.
So
So if I'm reading this correctly, I can't cast the spell I just dropped in chat. Right?
So if I'm not mistaken, without looking it up, I'm almost positive it has to be on your spell list. The spell Contagion, I thought was a druid spell. Yeah, it's a druid spell.
It says,
It's a cleric and a druid spell. Yep.
oh, it says a wizard spell on the description. A wizard spell on a spell scroll.
No, what they're saying is that if you are a wizard, you can copy into your spell book.
Okay.
Into your spell book, but
This
you
is for
don't
Cree.
deal with spell book. Ooh. See, I see you got your new dice. Are you
Oh,
excited?
yeah. I'm very excited.
Nice. Yeah, it's really cool. I like having the new dice and stuff.
He'll probably sell the scroll I just dropped in, which is worth 1537.
There
And,
you go. Alright, so half of that would
37,
be
yeah.
800. So go ahead and delete that from yourself. And
okay.
that gives you 179 platinum.
Wow.
How do I get out of the editing mode again? Because I can get into it and I never can remember how to get out of it.
Click the same button. Edit list again.
Oh, perfect. Alright, thank you.
And if you hover over it, it says stop editing last.
Oh, okay. I can go forward, I can't go backward. Okay.
Alright, so yes, I already added to you. Alright. Did I give you both the things, Toggin?
Let's look.
Daylight,
I
Drift
see
Globe
Drift
and
Globe.
Goggles of Night.
Let me look for the Goggles of Night. The Drift Globe is in there for sure.
It may not be. Let me see what they are. If they're not identified, they are.
Oh, Goggles of Night at the very top.
You found it?
Just
Okay.
scroll down a little bit.
Alright, so do you know how to add them, the effects, from spell list?
Isn't it in the spells?
Okay, so the Goggles of Night are there, and the Drift Globe should also be there. And you can just drag it over to Drift. Yep, they're both there. So you should be able to find them and add them. Alright, so as you finish up collecting your stuff, Jackson, did you want to join in the shopping spree, or are you good?
I'm probably pretty good.
Okay.
She
I think
wants to
this
share
is why
something
he
awesome.
has more money.
So they can't read my list of inventory, and I don't know what I want anyway.
Let's see. So,
Oh, nope.
Yeah, I mean,
Kree doesn't use armor, but he could use a shield. But he's not going to.
I've got my javelins
Tricks.
are good.
Tricks could use a little barding, I guess. Alright, so let's go ahead, and it's close enough to time. We'll go ahead and take our 10-minute break, and then when we get back, the caravan will head on out.
Okay.
So we will be back at 33.
33.
Sven, I don't know
All right, and we are back. We are checking some things. There have been a series of weird things happening with Fantasy Grounds, but this doesn't seem to fall into one of those categories. So give us just a minute while we try to figure out. This is
Mantha's breaking everything.
code.
That's a good quote.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's at least putting it all together. It's just not. Putting it underneath that. Did you try? Let me see. Did you try this? That shouldn't matter.
No, it was doing it before I put it in anything.
I changed the name, but I don't. That typing the original name doesn't do it either. Let's see. Shift.
Okay, here I'm back.
You know, the is it because the name's too long?
Shouldn't be.
Because
For
like the
example-
butterfly pin is doing the same thing, and it's supposed to be on my cloak of many things, or many somethings. It
I don't see the cloak.
that changes.
Kick me out.
It's down near the. It's in worn. It's on back. Cloak of many fashions.
Could be.
Is it because the handy haversack's name is too long?
Could be.
Well, here, hold on. I got stuff that's really long. I have
Here,
to
let's
try
see
adding
if we
something.
change this to.
I think that's the case, because I
did
just
not
tried to
change
stick
it.
something on something that was too long, and it did the same thing.
Alright, so Reno's connecting, so give us a minute.
I should be on, right? As far as the voice.
We can hear you, yes.
We can hear you.
Okay. All right. What do you need?
Okay.
Oh, don't worry. We don't need anything from you.
Well, the game it dismissed me from the game, so I'm reloading.
No worries.
Is it maybe one versus non-one? Because it let me put something on like my crab shell chest plate, but it wouldn't let me put it on like a random scroll or whatever.
Fuck you. Here we go again.
That could be it too. Let's check this first. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, so let me try that. No, that doesn't seem to be working either. Let me try it one time.
Oh, the beautiful and wacky bugs you come with
Yeah,
in
it doesn't.
Fantasy Grounds.
That does not seem to. Let's see, not carried. Carried. It was
Mid.
carried before, so. Grip doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's beyond my comprehension. It could just be.
And I'll keep messing with it.
There we go. And then there's two things. Tauken's pack. Moonrod shouldn't be on anything. Oh, I keep hitting enter. Click.
Yeah, he's making like 5 just empty items on my page.
Oh, my pouch of holding actually did that.
I told you a million times
same
not to
thing as well.
exaggerate. Alright, so you guys get ready to leave and head out in the caravan. It is very comfortable. You guys have never traveled in wagons before. Luthien, are you going to ride it within the wagon, or are you going to ride your horse? Or are you going to alternate?
She probably started by riding her horse. She's got 3, 4 men and a rat in the wagon. She probably
And a
ride a horse.
door. Okay.
What?
And a door. Danny
The door's not
Dorvito is in
inside
there.
the
What?
wagon.
I thought we were taking Danny in the wagon with us.
Okay, I'm really confused because I've been hearing about this Danny door. Is it a physical door or is this a person with a name?
It's Danny Dorvito.
It is a door
It's a door.
that talks to Scrambles. People can
But
hear
only-
him. Everybody can hear him, but he doesn't respond. Hasn't responded to anybody else yet.
Okay.
Scrambles
What
also
do-
has a anklet that allows him to animate Danny, which then allows him to attack and stuff, although he has never used it. So, Danny can be a fighting member of the party, but Scrambles refuses to use the anklet.
Alright. So is this do we know if this is a spirit of a person or is this just a talking door?
You don't know. They found it. What had happened was they came to a door in this dungeon, one of many, and Scramble said, "I go up and listen to the door." So when he went up to the door started talking to him. So he didn't listen at the door, he listened to the door. Maybe other doors would talk too if people would listen to them, but instead people listen at the door to see if anything's behind them. Anyway,
Lucy
So-
might be questioning the sanity of this group now, but you know.
Okay,
You can
when
hear
Danny
the door,
talks,
too.
everybody can talk. Everybody can hear Danny.
yeah, you can hear
Danny
it too.
only responds to Scrambles, though.
And so then
It's like talking to the wall.
he was like, "Well, I'm going to take the door off, the hinges." So he popped the hinges off and took the door with him, and had been carrying it around with him through 2 more levels of the dungeon and through a city, and then brought it back to
Worth it.
Waterdeep.
Cool.
We're gonna take him with us and use him as like the front door of our house.
Nice.
All right,
Where is this house? Is it in
Phandalin.
Nashville?
Vandalin,
Oh, okay. Pangolin. Okay.
of course. Only place to be.
All right, what is this? This is that map, which still has the grass growing on it, although the grass has now died. All right, so as I said, you guys are traveling through in the wagon. Danny is with the caravan, yes. but he is with the other crates and other things, the other goods, and the dragon head, Cryovane's head, that are being transported down to Neverwinter. I mean, now I forgot the name of your city, but Natchkill. They're being traveled down to Natchkill with you guys, and Neverwinter. So, but it is slow. These are slow plodding ox and horses and magic wagons. But it's very comfortable. It's nice. You guys stop a couple hours outside the city. They stop. They have lunch. And change out the horses and the ox. And then start back up again. You go for 4 or 5 more hours, and as it starts to get dark, you come to a way station, and they form a circle. And it looks something like this.
Nice.
And for a representation that you're used to, it also looks like this. Takes a little bit longer to load because it's a bigger map. But this is the actual map, just seen from above. It's the same exact map. And then flipped down in that software that I used to make it. And
That's good. Nice job.
you can then see the 3D version, what it looks like from the side. So you see that there's tables set
There's
up.
so many campfires. That means I can see everywhere.
Yep, they're not campfires. Some of them are the inside, but a lot of them are torches on
Torches.
these. Well, actually,
I'm looking at the picture.
the pictures are campfires. Yes, there are torches and lanterns around on. Yeah, so if you look at if you zoom in
the
on
center,
in
yeah.
the center, that's where the torches are, and then on the outside there are the smaller fire pits. You are not required to keep guard, but if does anybody want to? And where is Rendon going to spend the night? Is he going to go hunting? Is he going to stay with you? What is he going to do?
She probably let him go hunt if that's what he wants to do.
Toggin would probably want to contribute and want to help out by keeping a watch.
Yeah, we would all do that.
You don't have to.
Okay, but
It
you
makes
have
sense to
you
do
are a
so.
passenger on this trip, so you
Yeah.
guys do not have to pay. You guys have paid your money to be brought along, so you don't have to do anything. They are not going to pay you anything if you choose to do so. You're not going to be reimbursed at all, but if you want
Jackson
to,
will
you can.
definitely be doing it.
We have prep for that, but Luthien would probably go foraging.
Yeah, we
Oh.
protect our own too.
And before it's nighttime, Toggin would like to try to make some potions.
Okay.
I probably should take a potion of greater healing because I'm kind of rough.
So what watch are you going to be watching during? There are 3. Actually, no, there will be 4 night watches. So, Toggin, which night watch are you going to be awake in and patrolling?
He will do the first watch. I'm like, I don't know. I think having an
Jackson moves to
uninterrupted
second.
night's sleep is very nice, so I always like doing it first or last watch.
Okay.
Jackson will do second.
Okay. So, you see that there are, as you're watching the first Talking as you're watching. How are you going to do your watch? You see that there is a lithe elf, and she is on top of the wagons, and so she just sort of walks, looking around. Every once in a while, she'll hop over to the next wagon. She varies. She does not set up. She's not walking in a pattern, um, but she'll sometimes walk on the same one 2 or 3 times. Um, she, Sometimes she'll just make a quick circle around all of them. Sometimes she'll spend 15 minutes on one. She's just varying her watch on the top. And then you see there are 2 or 3 guards at each of the main cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. So it looks to be 5 watchmen at any given time that you see.
I think Toggin. I think he'll be kind of going in between each of the cardinal directions and like spending 10-15 minutes with one group and then heading over to the next one and doing that. If anybody needs to go to the bathroom, anything like that, he'll cover for them, that kind of stuff.
All right.
He's mostly just supporting them, not trying to like get in their way.
All right. So as the give me percentile.
Everybody?
No,
Uh-oh.
just talking. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you hear a light whistle about an hour before your shift is going to end. So it's been about 2.5, 3 hours, and you hear a whistle, and you see the elf sort of respond and sort of start hopping across the roof toward the whistle, and it is on the opposite side of where you are. Right now you are in the south. Here I'll use. So if you're looking at the caravan camp map, I have not checked the grid. Let me make. Okay, that's good. All right, so you are. Oh, that's a bad color for this. Let me change the color. Purple. Where did purple come from? Anyway, do you see yourself? Do you see where you are?
Yeah.
Talking?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's on the opposite side. At what would be like 11 o'clock. And it's
Is
clear
the route
it was
between...
a not a natural bird. It was clearly some sort of alarm from the guard. So what was your question? A rope?
Can I, is there like a path? Can I go in between the carts?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, I think Toggin will probably try to take the most direct route to, where it is.
Okay, go ahead.
I think that's where you want me to be. Or that's where you said it was.
So you see I'm looking at something real quick. Give me just a moment. There it is. Alright, so you see up on just through the trees,
Nice.
you don't see the white normal wolf. You see this large dark gray wolf,
The heck?
and on it is this orc in full plate,
Nice.
but they are just standing there. He is on it, and he doesn't have weapons drawn. He's just, both of them are looking at the camp, trying to get the assets. Here it is. Can you see that? Let's see. Not really. Let me see if I can move it. Okay, so it's a little.
A little what?
I'm looking to just move far away to point out where it is, because. Oh, this has lighting? Let me turn off the lighting. I thought there was. I turned off the lighting already. Yes. Okay, there we go. Okay, now you can see. So, it's very light. There is a full moon tonight, and like it was last night. Last night was a waning gibbous. Tonight's a full moon, so now you can see it. So, you see it off through the woods. You see the two. There we go. So if you look in the north, west. Do you see where it is?
I see it.
Okay, so that you see it out there. You see the guard just on your right, and there's one about to the west also. He's looking there. He's still looking, watching other directions as well. But they're just sitting there watching and looking. The elf is on the wagon to your left.
And they're not doing anything? They're just watching as well, watching back?
The guards are sort of he's got his
Wearily.
bow out, and he's sort of looking. The elf does as well, but and especially the elf is also. They're not just staring at the orc; they're also keeping an eye out other places, looking around, keeping watch.
Right.
But also maintaining. Whereas the orc and the large wolf-like creature is just staring straight at the camp.
Okay.
Toggen's going to ask, because I'm assuming there's guards around here now. Do you have a plan? Would you like me to go and talk to him? I think as he's,
Who are you asking?
the nearest guard.
So the nearest guard technically would be the elf on top of the wagon.
He's like, he doesn't want to step on their toes, but like, he's okay
Right.
with jumping in and helping. And he's going to go ahead and cast his, understand languages on himself, which it's not like comprehend languages, it's like tongues. So, gonna do that.
Tongues? Getting all romantical.
So there's the elf, and I broke everything. There's the guard to the north. There's the guard to the west. Guard to the east is on top of the wagon, seated, sort of watching. And the guard to the south. Alright. So the elf says, we've heard stories about these type of thing before, but the last caravan that came in a couple weeks ago seen them orcs too. They didn't attack them. We don't leave the caravan. If you want to go talk to him, we wouldn't be able to, even if he attacks you where we can see it, we wouldn't be able to leave the caravan. We never leave the caravan unprotected. If it's not within this circle of fires, and as long as they aren't shooting at us, then we leave them alone.
That is wise life choice.
That's a fair policy there.
I ain't never seen nothing like it though. That warg normally don't carry no orcs. Usually for goblins and stuff. Looks a little bigger than usual.
Yeah, we're going full Lord of the Rings now. We got the whole Hobbit theme going.
Alright, so you're going to do anything, or are you going to keep watching?
Am I going to be woken up or not?
Tucken is going to. I think he's been bouncing around between camps, but I think he's going to settle and like lean up, like sit down and like lean against the wheel of this wagon here.
Okay.
And he is not talking to them, but he's just sitting there and watching.
Alright, well the shadows are very dark, but you can still just barely make him out. You do see some movement, and you see this female walks up next to it and sort of puts her hand on his knee. As she's standing next to him, she comes up to just where his stomach is. That's how high the wolf is.
Okay.
And she sets her hammer down on the ground. Give me a perception check. Are you... No, it's Genesis, the one that has that. Okay.
The 24 passive perception? Yeah, it's not
No,
talking.
that's not what I was talking about. There's a feat that you can read
Oh.
lips.
Yeah, no, Tuggin does not have that. It's not observant.
So she sort of sits there watching for about a minute, says something, and then picks up her hammer and walks out. And after about 10 minutes, as long as you don't do anything,
Nope, he's just sitting there watching.
it turns and walks out of view.
Wow.
And the next half hour passes, and you see them start changing. Watch.
Talking goes and wakes up Jackson. Your mouth's
All right.
singing in my mouth.
All right, so Jackson, you are there, and let's see. You overhear them talking about there was an orc to the northwest on a big
Right.
wolf wearing plate armor,
Yep.
and then, but other than that, the night has been uneventful. It's been fairly quiet. Like I said, there's no clouds in the sky. It's a little chilly, probably in the 40s, and but it's crisp and clear. You can see real well out, even through the trees here and there. And how are you going to keep watch?
Well, I mean, I have fairly good perception in terms of my abilities just to observe things because of the dark vision, right? So,
Right, are you going to pace around the outside? Are you going to stand on one of the lunch tables and twiddle in a circle?
I like the twiddling part.
Okay.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna be on. I'll be in the shadows of the wagons, basically, on the perimeter of the main wagons. Yeah, like that. But in those shadows, I fall back and forth. Whatever.
Okay, and you're just going to keep going in
Just
like
okay.
clockwise direction?
Sure, but
Okay.
not like I'm marching. There's no rhyme or reason.
Okay.
Just change as I choose.
Alright, so you also see this elf on top of the wagons. You don't remember seeing her during the day, but you do recognize a lot of the other guardsmen. You've just
Right.
seen them here and there as
Okay.
they've been riding their horses and things. They have their own horses. Some of them are on wagons as well, with crossbows and things. Some
Right.
of them sit
And
on
I would-
top of the wagons as they travel as well. But you don't remember seeing the elf. And she will hop from wagon to wagon, changes things up. Doesn't seem to be any set pattern to what she's doing, unless it's very, very elaborate.
Surprise, the elf's a spy.
I mean,
Right.
it wouldn't surprise me if that was that using a team, paid team to do the guards. The person in charge could be the one that's her possibly.
All
She
right.
wouldn't be out doing the grunt work.
So your watch goes uneventful.
Okay.
All right. And Luthien, are you sleeping or doing anything different? You feel Rendon come back.
Well, I said she was gonna go forage the start of the night, probably while Rundin was gone. I don't know how long, like how many hours a watch is, but it'd probably be an hour or two, not very long, but looking for stuff. And then she's
Okay.
probably not watching, like not posting guard, because she's...
I mean, are you sleeping in the wagons with everybody else? Are you sleeping outside in the ground? Are you?
she's probably outside on the ground in like the outside ring, not the inner ring.
drinking to excess and then passing out on one of the tables, spending the
I would
night with
think-
one of the guardsmen
Party!
or the caravan merchants, keeping them company. Lots of options.
Yeah. She'd probably talk, like, be closer to the merchants. She'd probably be doing trade talk, just in general, getting information from them on what's going on in the outside areas.
Okay.
Dang, that's sexist. He didn't ask if Talkin or Jackson were sleeping with anybody tonight.
Well, but you guys were doing guard duty, so she skipped
Right, if
that
you want a
entire
level of
fiesta.
exhaustion, then yes, you can do whatever you want. But she wasn't guarding, so she has more time on her hands.
Right.
Alright, let me
But yeah,
see.
she probably foraged and then sat with the merchants until Moondrin came back and then settled for the night.
Alright, so let me find this module, if I can remember what it's called. I think it's herb. Let me look. Nope. What's another name for herb? Let's see. Nature? No.
I know which one you're talking about. I don't even remember what it is now.
Another picture.
Eyeball? Or what?
Another picture of it. But let's see. Next. I only have 9 pages of modules to look through.
So,
But it is a rather
Oh,
unique.
9.
Here he is. Plants. That's what it is. Plants and fungi across the realm by Marie. It was converted by Marie
Nice.
Curie. Here's a good one. Load. Alright. Yeah, there's a couple different things out there. I also have a book. A physical book of herbies that we've used in the past. The difference being this is the random effects. Don't want that one. Here we go. Those. Alright, so let me find him. Here it is. Yeah, the same guy did the random, converted the random effects, the 10,000 table. Tables. Here it is. That's what I was looking for. Alright, so you are this would be considered either coast or forest. As you're traveling as well, you would be, it might even be arguably plains for the sections that you're going through.
Okay.
You would be looking through them as since you were actually riding a horse and or a rindon, you could, as you're riding, you're also looking around and looking at different things. Here it is, scavenging tables. So go ahead and give me. I'll give you one during the day with advantage, and then one. What is this? Here it is. Rules. Okay. Nature check. So give me a nature check with advantage during the day.
Okay. And then one without. Or disadvantage.
And then one with just regular roll, because you don't have as much time to scavenge before you actually.
Nice.
I'll take them 20s.
Alright, so you got 2 on the. So I need 2 percentiles, please. And I'll let you pick do you want the first roll to be the plains or the forest?
Uh, forest.
Okay. And I'll actually give you give me one more nature check. This will be for the coastal. Wow, that's even better. All right, so give me another
Percentile.
percentile. Okay. All right, coastal. You said forest, and that was with the 46. So that's right in the 46 is common.
Okay, bud.
I'm gonna check something real quick. May see if this does what I want it to. It does. Okay. All right, I'm going to push you this table. Did you get it?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and click it.
What do you mean by click it? Oh, roll. There we
Yep.
go.
All right, did something pop up in your face?
No, I just see the very calming in chat.
Okay, then never mind. I'll roll for you, and it pops up as a parcel for me. So you get thimbleweed. I'm just gonna throw these in the party sheet if you want to grab them. Give me a
Cool. That'll
1d4.
be easier.
As we wait for Fancy
Three,
Guns
two.
to catch up. You guys have a huge inventory between all of you. Hoarders over there.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm a hoarder in every aspect.
Alright, so there's thimbleweed if you want to tell us what it does. As you grab it. Then,
Thimbleweed is a spiky, medium-length grass that grows in patches in areas of direct sunlight. As summer turns into fall, the tips of the grass begin to swell and turn into white, thimble-shaped flowers. These flowers are a common cure for fevers and involved in a remedy that allows for a delay in the onset of illness or its symptoms.
very nice. I need another 4-sider.
That's a
Actually,
six-sider.
this would be a 6-sider I need. I'm sorry.
Oh, I grabbed the right one then.
Ooh, a big one. Click. Alright, here you go.
Ooh.
You can tell us what it does. And the last one was plains.
Water orb, a bulbous aquatic fungus that grows in boulder-like patches in some seaside areas and tidal pools. Can be used as a source of fresh drinking water near the ocean.
So you can, alright, this one is not what I wanted. Hold on a second. Goodness sakes. There we go. This is rare, so I need a 4-sider. 1. Alright, so go ahead and This is the one for the planes. Alright, if that's one, if you want to tell us what it does.
Alright. Oh, that's the wrong table. Oh, come here, you.
Is it identified?
How do...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I added it to my inventory and took away my little pop-up, and then it got buried under everything else. Powder drug made from a tiny purple flower that grows in graves of Rollister worshippers. Intel +2 bonus to initiative and con. To intimidate and con. Saves against spear for 1d 4 hours. Secondary effect of -4 penalty to persuasion and deception for 2d 4 hours. Overdose of additional dose within 4 hours of the first ingestion. DC 15 Constitution save or petrified.
Okay, yeah.
That's a
Will mess
mouthful
you
of
up
reading.
mess you up if you take too much of it. Alright, so that's what you find as you are searching
Cool.
around. Alright, so you see Toggin, you would see her as she comes back from the woods. Are you checking, Luthien, are you talking to them at all throughout the day?
The party or like
Yes.
the rest of the camp? She's probably having some conversation. I don't know what she'd talk about right now, but something. Probably talk plants
Hey
with
man, we can talk plants.
Yeah, plants with Toggin, the floof probably. Some probably about training methods I used for them. Just random stuff.
Okay, so Toggin, you able to, as she's mentioning, shows you what she finds throughout the day, and you're also able to add your 2 cents and what your clan would use it for. The water orbs you're familiar with. The second one, the last one, the Vadari, or Vadair, however you want to pronounce it, you've never seen before, but the first one you would have been familiar with as well. First and second one.
The thimbleweed and the water orbs.
Yeah. They're not common in the tundra, but you've seen them and you've learned about them as you've been traveling. Alright, so the night passed. Let me go ahead and push the long rest.
Yay! You heal a bit more. I don't remember, does long rests fully heal you?
Yes, unless something weird is going on.
Okay.
And right now, nothing weird is going on, so.
Cool.
You think so?
Alright, so. Hopefully you enjoyed those maps, because now they're gone. Never to be seen again.
Good match, though.
Good maps, yeah.
They're cool,
Especially
yeah.
after all the work you probably put into
Yeah,
it.
for the, 10-minute spiel on them.
Hey man, he really wanted us to take guard watches so that we could look at the maps for longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so.
They're cool though, they're very well done, I like them.
Cool, thank you. Let's see. Oh, this is the one I was looking for. Yeah, Neverwinter, I was right. I panicked for a second because I thought I was incorrect. Here it is. Alright, so here's the map of the Sword Coast. You guys are way north beyond Sword Coast as you travel down. And as you continue the next day, next morning comes up. The next morning comes and you guys head out. Anybody do anything special or unique, or talking to anybody, or doing anything different as you're starting day 2?
No, I don't think so.
Luthien, you're getting back into the saddle again. You've traveled, spent a lot of time traveling in the saddles, and it's a little different riding on Minden, but not too much because he has riding gear. So it's not that different. Not that different from a horse. It just feels different, and his lope, and especially when he runs and canters and trots, is all different than a horse. So as you're working through with him and learning that throughout the day, it's actually more comfortable than it is walking all day in like you were in Waterdeep, just because you're more used to riding than you are walking as much as you were.
Okay.
And so, what? Like I said, I didn't give you guys time to answer. Is anybody going to be doing anything or talking to anybody?
I think we're good.
Unless, Luthien, did you want to go on an early morning foraging with Toggin? We can talk plants.
He probably wouldn't be opposed to that, though I don't know if Sven wants to do the table again. It's a lot of work.
Well, now that I've done the work, it's not
He's
hard.
got it up. He's got it
Doesn't
ready
matter.
now.
Well, I don't-
might as well.
I closed it like a minute ago, but
Was
yeah,
it?
I can open it. I can open it again. So
Do I want to?
both
No.
of you go ahead and give me nature checks.
Herbalism checks, maybe?
Well,
Yeah,
I feel like
I'll give you herbalism. That would work.
oh, if I would have been using that the entire time then, because my herbalism is great.
Look, man, my herbalism is only like 2 better than my nature, but it's better.
My nature goes from 6 to 12, so
I just need to remember what it is that weird stuff I found in the dungeon floor. Nope, that's a different module.
That's a great name for that, though.
oh, that's like me in my bedroom some days. So
Yeah. So one of the tables on that is 100 low-level magic items.
I figured out where we are on the big map in relation to your small map. It's making sense now.
Yes.
I've been looking for hours to find Phandalin, and I couldn't find it.
It
but I
doesn't
was
exist on
like,
the big map.
yeah, I figured that out. I'm like, okay, well, where are we relatively? I also 100%,
Mandolin doesn't exist. We made it up.
I 100% thought we were going south this entire time, but now that I know we're going north, that changes a lot of things.
All right, so Jackson,
Yeah.
as you're relieving yourself in the morning, you find you thought it was a dead animal at first, but then as you're finding leaves and things to finish up,
Yeah.
you walk over and you kick it, poke it with your javelin, and you realize that this is some sort of beard.
Attached to
Like-
something or on the ground.
Just on the ground, and as you pick
It's a
it up,
beard wig.
you realize this thing is magical.
Ooh.
Beard hair, magical beard
Wait.
hair.
Quick interjection. Did Jackson wake up covered in webs?
Yes.
Ooh.
Do I have any
But
spells I can help?
remove curse.
It might not be a curse.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. I forgot. Let me look. Yeah, no, he's not covered in webs.
Wow!
It
Okay.
did work.
You're cured!
Yay.
It's been so long. I just presumed. Yep, he always is.
Yep,
He always
wakes up
is.
covered in-
So no, he is not covered in webs.
It'd be more funny if
work.
they did though, just because to see the reaction of everybody else, being
Well, he
like, "What
was.
ailment is wrong with you?"
For almost a week, he was. Every time he would go to sleep or take a short rest, the short rest was only a few webs, but it was like cobwebs would show up, and then if he took a long rest, he was covered in webs from head to foot.
Last session, we
Nice.
had to like break
That's
into
funny.
his room
I have no idea what's going
because
on.
we just heard muffled like yelling. He was completely encased.
He was cocoon, is what you mean.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Here it is. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong
To
one.
be honest, I think it would be funny if the beard was made of spider silk.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So here's the scavenging table. Boom.
Jackson always wanted a beard. That's all.
I'm trying.
It just magically adheres to your face.
His
All right. So
real
your
curse
rolls.
was not being able to grow a beard.
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares about the
Herbalism.
spider stuff?
That one. I don't see your herbalism, Luthien.
Oh, because I already rolled. I didn't know if you were gonna let me do that. I'll roll a
I'll let you
herbalism.
reroll herbalism. Yeah.
Well, good thing I got a 12 to that one.
You rolled the exact same thing you did for your nature roll.
Yeah.
A 4. Another 4.
But better
only
stats.
He was
fair.
destined to get a 4.
It's only fair. All right. Okay. So you got a 16. Taugen, this didn't have to be in thing because you can tell how well you did, but it was. You rolled a 12.
Look, man, if you don't tell me a DC, I think, oh, this has to be secret, and I roll it
Why
in the
is your-
tower.
Mod charisma.
Because that's like why I. Look, man, you set it up, but it's because like all my my hex switch stuff is all charisma based. It is my spellcasting modifier.
Index by location. Is that what I want? No. Scavenging tables. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Forest. I will let you pick. This can be one of those three. It can be forest, plains, or coastal, because you guys are right in between all three. So we'll start with Luthien. You rolled higher. Which one do you want?
Coastal.
Coastal. Okay.
I love the title of this thing. It says Forest Roll Hard.
Alright, so this is a common, so give me 1d6. And then Luthien, Taugen, what one did you want? Here's party sheet.
I don't think I'm gonna be spending much of my time on the coast, so we'll go coastal as well.
Okay. So that's what you found.
Chris Chandras.
So Taugen, you roll. Oh, you're coastal also. Okay, so. Nice. So this is so.
I'll leave one of those in there for you, Mantha. I don't know what they do yet, but I'll leave one of them in there.
Nice. That's cool.
He'll trade them with you.
All right. So give me 2d6. Taugen.
Dang, this isn't a bad plant.
Alright, so you found Draft.
Draft.
Draft, DRAFF.
DRAAF.
AAF.
Alright, so Luthien, you want to tell us what the crisp Chandras does?
Who came up with that name?
I think these are real plants, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, again, who made up these names? A red algae that commonly washes up on sandy coasts and stays fresh for several hours. After consuming the algae, the creature regains 2d4 hit points and must make a DC 12 con save versus poison. On a failed save, the creature is charmed by the first creature that speaks to the creature in a language in which they are proficient. Wow, that was quite a mouthful there.
Wow. So it's a
What was
Spanish
the language
fly.
thing for?
That's right, what?
Yep, Chandris is a real algae.
Cool. I don't think it quite does that for you, though.
It's actually called Chandris crispus. So I think Chandris is a little easier to say. It's also, or commonly known as Irish moss.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
But there are no Ireland. There's no Ireland in Forgotten Realms. All right. So what
To be
about
fair,
draft?
it would be cool.
Draft. The leaves of draft can be eaten in order to restore 1d4 hit points as long as they are eaten within 10 minutes of the damage being inflicted.
Interesting.
It's kind of nice. That's kind of Toggen's whole deal. He's like, oh, yep, healer.
It's like a gum.
Yeah. So
Here's a little.
draft is also real plants. Yeah. So I was correct. These are all real plants. And they probably do the same thing in real life. So
I'm sure being charmed, they'll fall in love with the first person when he talks to them. To be fair, you know some people who treat their love life like that, but you know,
Right.
I don't think
Right.
they quite use the plant.
Also known as the Tinder plant. All right. So
Oh.
Lucian, do you want the other two drafts? We're doing a plant right here.
Yeah.
I think we're both like, oh, well, if you look here and underneath this type of rock, you can find this moss. And I'm like, okay, well, in this kind of, like, opening, you got, like, this, like, grass that, like, at low tide or whatever. And, you know,
But-
we're just like, here, take it. This is how you find it.
Also, in the hoarding bees, like, I just want a little bit of everything because I can't.
So who are you asking to identify this wig, beard, toupee thing you found? Jackson, are you going to ask one of the
Target.
merchants or are you going to talk to Toggin?
Target first, yeah. First things first.
All right, Toggin,
Found
do
this
you,
stuff.
I forget, do you have identify?
Nope.
And what about,
Yep.
I don't think it's a druid spell, but do you have to identify either? Luthien?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
No.
All right, so this thing has like little twigs and stuff and dirt in it, leaves and you, but once you brush them out, it's actually this looks like a nice. It actually looks almost like a mask. But
And Jackson was able to hand it over, so it's not cursed.
correct.
Nice.
So this is maybe come on. There we go.
Oh, that's not what I was looking for. That's why I couldn't find it.
All right, so Jackson, there we go. You want to tell everybody what it does?
The beard of disguise. It says, this chin-pitting mask allows you to hide your appearance under a massive beard that you decide the shape of. Lasts for 1 hour. Can be used again at dawn. So once a day.
That's nice.
Just a little chin thing, but it magically looks like whatever beard I want. Pretty
A
cool.
massive beard, and it can be any shape you want. Yep. So it can be braided. It can be just a little
Neatly
goatee.
trimmed.
Anything you want.
Yeah.
Yep.
A
Right.
glorious
You don't have to
dwarven beard.
deal with it. It's a magic.
These
You know.
massive sideburns.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yep.
So that would be good for when I visit the dwarves. They'll be very impressed with my hairstyle.
I'm
Exactly.
sure.
For an
Jealous
hour.
as hell. Jealous as hell.
All right. So I will throw that in the party sheet as well. And it's worth 67 gold. So hey,
We don't feel like selling it, I guess.
that's
No.
right.
Not doing it, just selling something for disguise.
Why do you, who has the umbrella? It just has an umbrella. Is it a fancy umbrella or is it a regular ass umbrella?
An ass
Well, I don't know
umbrella?
if it's an ass umbrella.
I have an umbrella. Just a
Is
regular
it a
umbrella.
is it a regular umbrella?
Yeah, it's a regular umbrella.
Has it come
I'm like, you
useful
gotta
for
ask
anything?
Jackson. It's in his inventory.
He
Well,
just
just like.
stands there. I cast call lightning, and he can just stand there holding the umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
So you see um, this halfling comes rolling this hollowed barrel back in the morning, and if you ask him, he explains that it's a magic barrel. That was weird. Try it again. There it is. So it is a barrel of sneaking.
Sneaking barrel.
So if he hides under it, you get advantage on stealth checks. As long as it can hold the barrel normal, even if it's not supposed to be there. So it's like in the middle of the forest, as long as it's on a flat place, he has advantage on his stealth check. So he uses it to hide and hunt things.
That's
What that
smart.
means?
That's what the umbrella does?
Oh, oops.
No, the halfling
No.
who was pushing this barrel back
Oh, okay.
into.
So,
That'd be a freaking cool umbrella too, but
I know, right?
The umbrella should tell you who has it. If you look
I
at
have it,
it,
and
it's carried
Jackson
by.
has-
Yeah, it's, I
Jackson.
already explained. I explained already.
Yep. And so he doesn't get wet.
Trying.
Obviously.
the magicalness of an umbrella.
Hey, man.
They're very rare in the Forgotten Realms. Alright, I'm looking at one other thing here. Let me find item. Okay, so you guys are heading south. In Nobody's doing anything in the morning.
Wait, we're heading south?
Yes, you're heading south toward Neverwinter.
Dang, and you just thought that you figured out where you were, Joe.
You guys are keeping me on my toes, that's all, I guess.
So if you look at the map I shared, the little P is the party token. Right now it's
Okay.
way up at the top by the S because you guys are still coming down from
Well, but I
above
thought
that.
we were in Waterdeep. Were we not in Waterdeep? 'Cause
We were
that-
in Waterdeep.
Correct.
But then the Sword Mountains are south. If we were going from Waterdeep, wouldn't we be going up north? Yeah.
The setup I have is slightly different than whatever you're looking at.
Okay. Oh, I was looking at the Big Sword Coast map.
Okay.
Gotcha.
This
Okay.
is egg. Here it is. What? Okay.
I'm sorry if I
Luthien,
messed
are
up the
you-
entire plan.
No. Luthien, are you also doing the same thing this next day?
You mean the overnight of scavenging and then going to sleep?
No.
Oh, what do you mean?
During the day, are you riding Rindon and the
Oh,
horse and
oh,
keeping an
yes.
eye out, or are you just...
Yes, she's probably riding again. Again, sitting in a wagon with two smelly men was not her idea of fun.
Okay.
Damn. She just gets to tell me how I smell, I guess. Even though I've got like herbs with me all the time, it's fine.
And Jackson has
Yeah,
a new
probably just doesn't.
Jackson has a
New
new
what?
snazzy beard.
Yeah.
All right.
It'd be more like not wanting to sit in the. It's like being the smallest person being crammed between the two biggest people. Just, it's never fun. I've done it before.
Oh no,
Man,
there's
we
plenty of
rented
room
out
in
a
this
whole.
wagon. There's plenty of room, especially
Uh,
since Scrambles isn't here. You guys have plenty of room.
We left scrambles behind.
So, and when Jackson uses the beard, everybody pretends not to know who he is. Hey, have you seen Jackson? There, strangely bearded man. Looking for Jackson, you know who he is.
it's like like the joke when like anybody wears camouflage, where you just pretend they're not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so all three of you give me a percentile.
Uh-oh.
I go backwards. I always forget if low is better or high is better. Numbers are
With
numbers.
Sven, low is good. High is bad.
Wow, it's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
sad that 45 is the best number. All right,
You
so
know.
all right, so you as you are getting ready to leave again, as they're watering and feeding the horses, and you guys are eating lunch. Toggin, you find two small golden eggs
Ooh.
near this. So you guys have been seeing that there are little shrines, and they're sort of like rest areas and rest stops for this caravan.
Okay.
You all are clearly not the only ones that use them, and they're spaced out so a normal caravan traveling at normal speeds has these places to stop beside the side of the road. A lot of times they're controlled by druids from whatever city state is closest by, or some of the druid circles also will come and maintain some of these areas as well. So it's not really magically protected, but they're well known, and they're cleared out to where you can see, like you could the other night. Even though there was woods, you could see out past what would normally be seen, because the trees had been cleared up
So it's like a public
8 feet or
campground.
so.
It's a
Correct.
public campground. Okay.
Yep. Anyway, so I say all that to say that you're at one of these things, and you just find these have been left by the side. It looks like somebody dropped them. But clearly nobody from this caravan. It was because you're off to the side doing your Toggin business.
Right.
And they are magical.
I missed the first part. What did we find? Or what did we see?
Toggin found 2 golden eggs.
Oh, okay, okay.
So if you want to drag them from the party sheet.
Definitely gonna have to take the time to investigate those.
Yeah.
And lucky thing, we're riding in the caravan. We don't have shit to do.
Alright, and by the way, when you're not riding Firefoot, there are several other horses and things. Like I said, the guardsmen have horses. They have a couple extra oxen and things as well. And they are just attached and will walk behind one of the other wagons and things. So it's not uncommon for you to have a place for the horse to ride. Same thing with his tack. So when you're not riding him, or Rendon, if you want to take his tack off, there's places for the saddles and things.
Also, I lied. Firefoot is Aomer's horse, not Theoden's. How dare I call myself a Lord of the Rings fan?
Yeah, jeez. It's fine. I'll just revoke your rights. Let's change everybody's names now.
Yeah.
So you're
Also,
blaming Tolkien on the instead of saying Firehoof, it's Firefoot. I see who it is. All right.
Hey, he's the grandfather of all there is D&D, so who are we to argue?
All right. So you guys get to the next rest stop. You will arrive in Neverwinter tomorrow afternoon. As you finish up your day of travel, and
Could I have
are you
tried
keeping
to
both of the eggs for yourself, or are you giving one to somebody else?
He wants to figure out what they do before he tries to give them to somebody else.
Accidentally give him a cursed item.
They are magic eggs that will hatch into something.
Oh. No, Discord cut out like you were making too much noise. You were too excited and Discord cut out most of it and I'm like, "Oh, she's happy."
Do you? I presume you would have shown them to Luthien.
Oh yeah, he is not trying to hide them. Like he
Okay, so Luthien,
doesn't have a reason.
you've heard of these. These are
I was gonna say
called
being a druid.
eggs of promise,
Okay.
and they hatch into random different things.
Can I have one? She would
And
definitely ask if she could have one.
one of the things they can grow into is a golden chick, which lays more eggs.
Ooh. Where you could
That's where
just
they
have
come
an
from.
army of
So that's where they come from. But beyond that, you're not sure what they could be. They could be any number of things.
Could I do a roll to do a most commonly hatched egg, well known? Where, like, let's say an egg 90% of the time hatches into another regular chicken or something like that?
You've heard too many stories. There's tons. You've heard
Okay.
of everything. You've heard an elephant. You've heard coins. You've heard regular eggs, chickens, snakes, dragons. Some of them will just explode. You have no idea what's true and what's not.
Okay. I'd still like one if you're okay with sharing, Mantha. Also, if the egg explodes, that would be most unfortunate if we're riding in a cart.
or if it hatches
If you have
an
it-
elephant.
Even an oxen's pretty heavy.
Yeah, no, anything, even a dog would be, depending on the sizes of the stuff. Depending on the dog,
Alright,
Where
so
somebody else on the caravan was like, "Did you always have a pet dragon?"
are the two of you also keeping watch like you did the night before?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Son of a
Thank
bitch.
you.
This bish.
Oh, I'm typing in the wrong place. Try that again.
Always been you and me, though. we can't help it.
Alright, so you guys are in the caravan that night.
Pretty looking caravan.
Your night
Mood.
goes by uneventful. So let me let me throw up these.
3 stars,
Oh.
please.
Look, man, if you're sick, you can go take a bathroom break. You need to throw up. It's okay.
Is the toilet working again?
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
And there it is. Alright, so both of you give me, not both of you, Luthien, I need a herbalism check with advantage for your daytime
Okay.
adventures. I think I'm gonna
Love those nat
There
20s.
you go.
Sorry. Here we go. I can't do the story of a man named Brady. Let me see. 1, 2. Here we go. I'm going to throw this down here. It just says story. That's stupid. Anyway. Alright, this is... There we go. Scavenging tables by location. Alright, so which one? 32, nice. Alright, and then
One for the night.
both of you give me a regular herbalism check. And what do you want this to be? Oceans, plains, or forest?
Did I even roll? That was weird. Planes this time.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just both do planes.
Well, and so then, Luthien, you have one more choice for the nighttime. So your
Yeah.
daytime one is here.
Okay. And then I'll do coastal again. Might as well. I feel like we don't spend a lot of time on the coast.
Just weird.
Alright, so this is very rare. I need 1d4.
Boop.
Okay.
Sag.
Yeah, always sad.
Party sheet. Here it is. Okay. Alright, so. There you go. Mollusk.
Well, a tiny
And
sprouting ground plant that produces a singular golden bell-shaped flower in the late summer. After crushing this flower and inhaling the subsequent pollen that erupts, which smells slightly like sour apple, the recipient must make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is affected for 10 minutes, as if the spell suggestion was cast on them, meaning that they will accomplish simple tasks if even hinted at. So basically, it's like taking a drug.
yes.
You can date rape somebody, yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically what that one does.
Alright, I need a. Let's, rare. 1d6. From talking.
Oh, talking coming.
5.
Nice.
Wow.
Good, because I rolled better than you.
Yeah.
Alright, and then on Luthien, I'm sorry, what did you say your nighttime one was?
Coastal.
Coastal, okay.
Mule pollen.
And your nighttime roll was?
29.
29, okay. Alright, so Toggin, you want to tell us what mule pollen is?
It is a daisy-type yellow flower. Inhaling the pollen grants +2 strength and imposes a -2 penalty to intelligence and wisdom for 1d4 times 10 minutes. DC 12 wisdom save to avoid addiction, wherein addiction causes constant fatigue of exhaustion level 4. That's really exhausted. While not under the influence of the pollen. Protection from poison cures addiction. What does exhaustion level 4 do? I know that, like, it's bad.
Luthien, give me d6. Nice, 3. Okay. And then this is your last one. Let me look up the exhaustion.
Oh. Oops.
So that's Toriko root.
Slimy white tuber with a bizarre, bitter taste. Native to shaded, sandy ground in temperate climates. After chewing it for 1 minute, a creature is granted +10 temporary hit points, and then only regains health while resting as if under the care of a healer for the next 12 hours.
Was that last part?
Oh. They gain plus 10 temporary hit points and only regains health while resting as if under the care of a healer for the next 12 hours.
It's good then.
So exhaustion level 4 means you are hit points maximum is halved. So you have half of your total max hit points. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Your speed is halved, and you have a disadvantage on ability checks.
So let's
Oh,
not
gosh.
take that stuff ourselves.
Because it gives you exhaustion 1, exhaustion 2, exhaustion 3, and then exhaustion 4.
So I have an 18 to wisdom, so does that technically count for passing it, or you still have to roll? I don't remember how all the rules work.
For in that particular case, it said you have to roll a Constitution saving throw to see if you become addicted.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Wisdom?
However, yeah, it
Really?
says
That doesn't
DC
make
12
sense.
wisdom
That's
save.
stupid. Anyway, go ahead.
But I can make antitoxin with my
Yes, you can.
stuff, so that should be fine.
All right, so go ahead and divvy out the plants. Don't forget, if you hold shift, you can grab them all. I know if you're
Thank
sharing
you.
them, it's harder to do, but
I knew there was a way, I just could not remember how for a while.
yep. And then, as you guys are
Is the Tarika route for me?
in the third
Yes, I only got 3.
Beautiful.
in the third watch of the night, the
Great.
eggs start to move.
Ooh.
You're gonna Luffy is probably half awake paying attention to his eggs while Toggen's doing watch duty.
Okay.
And then
So, who? Both of you give me percentiles. NPC.
Nice and low, guys. Nice and low.
NPCs. All right. All right. So that means Toggen, yours first. As the snake, a sneaky snake comes out.
Snake.
naked.
What the heck is this? So, I have. So, the. This is not what shows up. It's just one of the monsters when I'm looking for snakes. One of the monsters that came up. A snake with 100 mage hands.
That is amazing. Can you imagine how much trouble that snake would get into?
Bro, I'm sorry. Think if that snake was a rogue. Think of all. Look, man, you just pickpocket the whole city at once.
Alright.
Interesting. It makes a. Unleashes a flurry of spectral punches in a 30-foot cone. Interesting. Anyway, moving on.
Can
Squirrel?
you imagine if the snake from Robin Hood, the Disney's Robin Hood, had that many hands?
Yeah. All right. So I know we're going over time. Real quick. This snake attacks you.
Dang, with the 28?
And it misses you. You see, it is a constrictor snake.
Nah, man, this is my snake now.
You will obey me.
Constrictor snake.
So are you going to attack it back, or what are you doing with it?
Nah,
Good
he's not
boy.
attacking it back. He wants to tame the snake.
Okay. So we will pick this
Look,
up
man,
next
it
week.
hatched out of his egg. He wants the snake.
Luthien, who I forget where you said you were sleeping.
She probably ended up closer to where everybody else, where Coggin and Jackson were hanging out this time around.
So yours shakes and quivers and pops open to reveal 5 gold coins.
I'll take it. I was hoping for like a duck, but I'll take it, I guess.
So just add 5
A
gold
duck?
to yourself.
Oh, I guess you don't know me very well. It's a constant joke about me with ducks. I don't know where my enjoyment of ducks came from, but it happened. So now, ducks are one of my things for no known reason. And in general, on average, I don't like birds. Ducks bring me great joy for some reason.
Ducks are her sacred animal.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, dogs are.
So
Ducks can
next
come
week,
second.
you guys will reach Neverwinter, and then we'll continue on back to Phandalin, and then you guys can from there to just a hop, skip, and a jump to continue your search
Cool.
for the point of contact that Luthien found out about, and we will also find out what happened with the snake that is growing exponentially. Every turn, it's just getting bigger and bigger. And you see pretty soon after it attacks you, and whatever you're just trying to defend yourself for the first few seconds, it's already grown to about 12 inches long, and it's continuing to grow. We will pick this up next week. So thanks for playing with me, guys. I appreciate it.
Love it.
Thank you for doing it.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
thank
DMing.
you.
To like, subscribe. I know, Arena, I appreciate your patience with the weed people digging through all the gardening stuff.
Hey,
But-
man, he found a beard.
It will be useful at some
He
point,
also
I'm sure.
foraged that from the forest, okay?
Right.
You get cool things in there.
So you guys come back from foraging, and Rindon now has a big beard for an hour.
He was sticking his nose to sniff it, and it got stuck on his face.
So thanks again for playing. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next week. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Tomorrow, come back. We have some more of the D's and the other D's, and then Starfinder is coming up. I will let you know, just because I don't think I've mentioned it yet. I haven't posted it anywhere. On the 26th, which is a week from tomorrow, there will be no gaming. Also on the 29th, which is Sunday, there will be no gaming. So for the first,
It doesn't affect me.
so it's letting you guys know. I don't know if the 29th is the Dawn of Flame or not. I don't remember. I'm not looking at my phone. It just tells
Wait,
me
wouldn't
everything.
it-
So
No, next week is Dawn of the Flame. And this Sunday, I guess, 22nd,
Yeah,
and then
26th.
29th
Sunday.
is.
You're right.
It's
then
the
it doesn't affect you.
continuation of the one shot. So it's a 2-shot, I guess.
Yes.
It's two
So
shot.
Well,
Oh.
that'll actually be jumped. I will mention that to Jingo. I didn't realize that was going to happen that way. Anyway, so I will post it somewhere eventually and let you guys know what's going on. Don't forget to like, subscribe, whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Say goodnight, guys.
Have a great one, guys.
Good night.
There was a big pause there. I'm like, wait a second. He
Hello?
always does do that, guys.